Okay, very warmly welcome to all people who are watching me live and offline. Welcome to our today's class. Is very important and much more significant than other classes. Um, and because of the extremely highest value of today's topic, and it's not even a topic. It's a very big subject, like consciousness, like success, like peace. So, and today's topic is subject is, and the truth we are going to discover, or share, or discuss, or read, is about enlightenment. Enlightenment. I scheduled it 1 month ago, uh, and because I wanted to prepare it and read it, and a good, clear, more understanding about this very subject, and that's why it took 1 month for this, and also because we are still studying the map of consciousness, um, and that is the one of the last topic of map of consciousness, which we are studying from many I think months. I started in sometime in July, August, September. Uh, so map of consciousness is still going on, and we have studied and read very in detail about all these levels of consciousness. Okay. Some people lie on desire, some people lie on courage, some people are on pride, some people in the world are on love, some people are in joy, peace. So many people all across the world, on our planet, they are on a different places, uh, on the conscious map. Okay. Um, like sometime and most of the time I'm lying peace and joy. Uh, but sometime, because I'm a human being as well, sometime I'm on neutrality, okay, and sometime maybe I'm on desire as well. But most of the time, I think I am on these type of on level: peace, joy, love, reason. However, the good news is today we are going to understand enlightenment, the one and only number one level of human consciousness, or I would say soul consciousness, or God consciousness, or whatever type of God you believe. Okay, like Hindu believe on Bhagwan, Vishnu, uh, Christian believe on God, Jesus Christ, um, Jews believe on God, um, Muslim believe on God named Allah, um, who I am originally from. I am a Muslim, but I am an enlightened Muslim. So my God is Allah, but I believe that God is the same, which everyone believe with a different name. Because God, we can name the truth with different God names, okay? But eventually the properties and the location all have the same because of their different culture, different languages, different mindset, different grooming. But eventually, everyone is referring to the same God. So, this enlightenment is for the uh, same God, which everyone believes, if we are a believer. However, if someone does not believe on God, okay, like atheist, like agnostics, or a higher agnostics, which are very, very much like atheist. Probably that is not for them, okay? Uh, because the highest truth of anyone, any nation, intellectually, spiritually, they go to eventually towards higher supreme being, higher divine power. Okay, uh, that is God. Okay, and one important thing, to believe or know the God, you don't have to be religious. Okay, you don't need to be a Christian or Muslim or Buddhist or Hindu or Sikh or any believer. Okay, of these religion, you can direct connect with God, and the highest level of your consciousness is enlightenment, and that we are going to uh, just study. Of course, like I said, it's a very big topic, but we will just touch it. We will just do the know-how of what this topic is about. Okay, what does it mean by enlightenment? Okay, so number one thing, that the poor and the lowest level of consciousness is shame, when we are in guilty and shame and fear, right? But when we jump and fly in my freedom, in my realm of love, okay, in my journey to conquering or traveling through peace, then eventually I will connect with my God through enlightenment. Okay. And on this enlightenment, I have a big energy. Okay. And my energy level is, let me show you, here is 700 to 1000. Okay. And here, the process is pure consciousness. Okay. Uh, and the life will be is as it is. Like the life which we see through our five senses, and our knowledge, our background, our country's culture, our people, our parenting, our teacher, whatever they teach us, they feed us, we see the life accordingly, right? But when we are in enlightenment, we achieve the life, not even perception. Here, there is no perception. Here is only we meet the reality. We are in isness. We are in is. We There is no time on that time. Okay, there is no future in this level. We actually know ourself in truly. So this is a level where self meet to the original self. Okay, maybe Javeria or Jenny, you will be knowing who I am. Who I am. I'm a woman. I'm a man. I'm a American or Pakistani or Indian. I'm a Muslim or Jew or Christian, or I'm an English speaker, or I'm a Urdu speaker, or I'm a French speaker, or who I am, what is my true identity. So on this level, there is no any identity notion of identity. Okay, you are no longer associated with any identity, because you are not surviving on in this level. Okay, look, these all identities are creation of our culture, our human mind, from thousands of years of evolution, and that's nothing to do with enlightenment. And these all identities, which we know that these all are for survival, we are here survival. So let's say if I want to meet Jenny, or Jenny wants to meet me, or Javiria wants to meet me. So the very fundamental question she will ask me, oh, hello Marathi, who you are? Are you from America? Are you from India? What language you originally speak, and are you male or female? Are you from that thing or that thing? Are you this or this? So we, for our survival, we have created this question, and these questions are everywhere when we meet with someone. Okay, and but in enlightenment, you do not have any question these, because here you are not mind. Okay, here you are not body. Here you do not have any emotion. You are just is on the level of isness. Okay, and here you are meeting with your God. Here you are becoming a very big reflection of God. Okay, um, so there are, that's we are going to learn. I hope that's very clear, and it is such something understandable. And of course, it is a sort of radical uh, direction I'm giving you, because here you need to uh, not associate yourself with uh, Britain, Pakistan, or America. You are no longer there. Okay, uh, so I'm taking you somewhere beyond of these things. Okay, here you no longer is a gender, you no longer is a woman or man. Uh, if I'm going there, I'm not no longer man. I do not have body. I do not have mind. I do not have any emotion. Okay, no association, no attachment, no proud, and nothing else. Okay, but isness only. What I was and I am. Okay, here I am meeting my original identity. Okay, if that identity, um, that identity which I'm originally from, okay, which will remain forever. Even I die, okay, my age is at the moment 40, 50. Okay, I can live maximum 80, 90, 100 years. And when my body will die, okay, that identity will still with me, and I will be the part of this entire universe. Okay, and that level is called enlightenment. So in enlightenment level, you never die, but your body, mind, or emotion, they, yeah, because these all we created because of the survival on this planet Earth. Okay, so here, what we are trying to achieve, what we are going to do on this planet, that because of my identities, because of my restlessness, because of my loneliness on this planet, because of my too much attachment of this world, because of uh, deception which I am grounding myself in this world since I born in this planet. I am unhappy. Okay, I'm in fear. Okay, I die. I even I'm a scared of see from cockroach. I think everyone is scared of being from lizard or cockroach if they see, or rat. So I am too much a weak person because of my these identities. So I'm too much scared of going into height. I have a phobia of drowning into the sea. Um, I hate man because men look the woman through sexual eye, and they do rape. I hate men. So we all are scared of each other. Okay, uh, and we have always unstable because of these identities, which I born with, I grown up, I saw on films, TV, uh, and uh, and through I know the men, the gender men, who they are. They are good men, they are bad men, but they are worse men. And also I may know the good woman, bad woman, or superwoman, or very, very bad moment. So these all we witness, but these are all through my own perception and experience. But when we are on enlightenment, these all things just a fiction, a dream. Like uh, in America is a morning time, in Pakistan is because Javeria is from Pakistan, so it's probably evening, early evening time or late afternoon. But everyone had a dream last night, isn't it? Or 2 days before, or 3 days before. Javeria or Jenny must have watched a dream. Where that dream gone? And what was in the dream? What I watched last time a dream, I think it was a it was a fantasy. Okay, I was in a very different world. Where this world come from? I was sleeping just. So this old dream is the notion and the reflection of your original self. And these dreams will come in form of different characters, different symbols, different objects. Okay, because when we sleep, we have a little, very tiny taste of this enlightenment every night. Okay, or even if you do not have dream, it is a blessing you do not have dream, because the people who sleeping without dream, which are very, very less people in the world, I will say 0.1% people who sleep and they do not watch any dream, they are very close to enlightenment, or because their soul do not imagine this world in the dream. So that's why they don't remember, or even they don't watch dream uh, uh, in this world. But sleepness is the very little sister of enlightenment taste. Okay. But let's come back to what I was talking about. When you are watching a dream, so you are in a very different life, in a very different world. And in that dream, you don't know even you are watching dream. You only realize when you wake up, okay? And you say, oh my God, I was totally in different world. And then you start to amaze why I watch dream, why I watch this, and how it comes in my dream. I can't understand. And because of this truth you just experience, but you cannot name it, you cannot label it. Um, you start to busy in your everyday life. But believe me, this is the tiny taste of enlightenment you do. And that taste will be more big taste when you do not watch dream. Okay? Because in enlightenment, you disconnect from entirely from this life. Okay? These all symbol, objects, labels, and our temporary identities is just only part of this world. As soon I will go, as soon I will die, no longer you will be the part of this. You know, Javeria and Jenny, which the and myself, Maratip, the room at the moment you are sitting, okay, after 20, 30, 40 years, here the stranger will live. Here someone will be living which you never know them. The home, the things you are using right now, maybe on the mobile or on the phone, it will be used by someone else after a couple of years, 20, 30, 40 years. Okay? Your name is Maratib Ali Shad. This name um, will be of someone, okay? Uh, because this name is also does not is this name is given by your parents or your society, and you die, this will go to someone else. Jenny Root will be someone else. Javeria Fatma will be someone else. Okay, how this life is very, very temporarily and very, very deceptive. The money in your bank account, maybe you have $20,000, $1 million, $50,000. If you die, this all money will be theft by your government. Okay. In UK, thousands of old ladies, very old ladies, like 80, 90 years old, they are millionaire ladies. But when they are die, all money goes to the government bank. Okay. The house which they built after so many life journey, hardships, challenges, pain and suffering, the houses which these ladies or these men are living will belongs to some strangers. Do you Can you believe that? This will happen in few years. Everything you own, you belongs to, will be given to someone else as soon you will die on this planet. Even your children will not own you. Okay? Maybe they will remember you 1 year, 6 months after your death, but nothing else. Even you are a grandparent, your grandparent even will not know what is the name of my granny, what will be the name of my nanny or grandmother. Nobody will remember. This life is so um, surprise for the. So what is going to be with you? What is going is to be with even in this planet or in this life, even you are alive. Only enlightenment, only the truth that will remain with you. If you know this truth, if you live with this truth, okay, then your life will be much more easy. Then your death will be more peaceful. When you are dying, you will be happier with the death. Why 99.99% die of and scared of being died? Because they they cannot lose their property. They cannot lose their children. They cannot lose their money or job or business which they invested many, many decades to get them. When they are died, everything flashback comes in their mind and they say, oh my God, I'm going to die. My all money will be no longer more. I will lose my spouse. I will lose my children. I will lose my parents. I will lose my brother, sister, my customer, my empire which I built it, my job which was very dear to me, my everything is going to be finished because all were temporarily, all were deceptive. Yes, it is not deceptive for those who were living with truth. And my class, this class, your class, right now is telling you that truth. Let's live, let's buy the car, but keeping that truth in my mind. Then then if you lose this car even, you will no longer be in suffering or pain. Okay, you only feel and suffering when you do not know truth. Okay, that is the reality, and it's not the reality which we talk in normal life. This is the ultimate reality. My dad, when he was dying, I cried for many years and I went in denial. I never imagined that my dad can no longer be with me. And I could not imagine that I'm living without my dad for many years. Is in a psychological or psychotic state I was for many years. But when I become conscious and know the truth, then I settled myself. Oh no, actually, my dad is in some part of the universe, but I do not know where he is. He's still alive, but not with body, not with mind, which I am. I was aware about this world. Okay. He's not at a better state. He is at the state where there is no pain and suffering. There is no disease. There is no anything which is related, which I am right now, or you right now. And then that truth made me stable, satisfied, and took out me in from denial. And now I am happily that yes, my dad is no more. My dad um, is died, and he's at a better position. And that made me make me a good uh, dad, because I'm a dad of three children, and I do not have pain. Like, if I die, what will happen with my children? Because I am now towards the truth. I am towards on a path of enlightenment. These things do not give me more pain. Yes, I'm a human being as well. I have too much weaknesses, but at the same time, I know this truth. So my pain and suffering are minimum. I only feel pain and suffer when I'm away from truth, or I do not want to admit the truth. Then your pain and sufferings are with you. And these are all things which many religious people are teaching or sharing with many billions of people on this planet through Islam, through Christianity, through Jews, through Hinduism, through every religion which they belongs to. Is not a rocket science I'm sharing with you. It is something everyone heard, but here I am talking with you from a different paradigm. And that paradigm is from the truth point of view, which is enlightenment. With the uh, God, Jesus Christ was claimed for. Jesus, Jesus Christ was nothing but at the state of enlightenment. The people who are fighting for the name of Christianity, people who are fight in this world, who killed millions of people, billions of people even, uh, for the name of Jesus, nothing to do with Jesus. Jesus never taught you to hold a sword and the bomb in your hand and kill the other nation. Never. This is our own deception, our own fabricated Jesus teaching we are doing with the name of the Jesus, because he was on the enlightenment state, and on that state, no one can ask to kill other innocent or other nations. That's why the Jews and Christians, hundreds of years, they killed each other. Millions of people, Jew killed many millions of Christian, and the Christian killed millions of Jews. And the same thing happened with crusade wars between Muslims and Christians. And they killed each other, millions of each other, for the name of God, for the name of Allah, or for the name of Jesus. It's nothing to do with the religion, with the truth. These all things we have created, we designed our egoic mind design to feel superior and to other let down people, other nations let down. This inferior and superior war is an egoic war is the cause of this bloodshed in the world. Nothing to do with God, nothing to do um, with the truth. The people and the nation who are more closer to uh, towards truth, they never take the sword in the hand. They are the peace people. And there are many people who do not support any violence and bloodshed and for sake of uh, peace on this world, because they are away from enlightenment. Okay, the for example, nowadays the Israel and Palestinian issue is the number one hot debate and the topic of everyone home and country. Who is right and who is wrong is nothing to do with truth. But one thing is, they all are fighting on this level. They have a fear, they have a guilt. All nation, whether Israeli or the Palestinian or American or the Britisher or they are shameful. They are in anger. They are in pride. So all nations are on a very lowest level of consciousness. That's why they are fighting with each other. In order to peace of Palestinian and Israel, someone or some nation or leader have to go above to resolve this matter for the peace of this for this earth. Someone has to be courageous. Someone has to be of will to accept the truth and give the reason to spread the love, and then you can enjoy the solidarity of this world, and then the peace will come, and then we all will, this planet will be more closer to the truth, which is a level of enlightenment. But how, which the hell is know that these are the steps and the ways we can and we should go towards. No one is, everyone is superior, whether Muslim or Jews or Israeli or American or British or Indian. Everyone is in a egoic state of mind as a nation and as an individual. Okay, everyone have a deceptive pride factor why they need to be proud of, and they always stay here below this here below this lowest level. We all are, because from shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, these are all labels and aspect of our lives, whether as a country life, citizen of the country, we all are revolving here. Nobody is going above, or very less people are going above. That's why the world is going for very difficult for many nation, you know. So this is the thing which we are going to just understand what is enlightenment. Is nothing is when I say the enlightenment is nothing to do that your identity is at risk. No, no, no. You will live your identity as it is, whether you are a woman, whether you are a French speaker, whether you are Britisher, whether you are Indian, or whether you are Arab, or whether you are belongs to anything. They will remain as well as it is, because these are the survival identities for surviving on this planet. What I'm talking about, with these temporary identities, we must go for enlightenment. That is the only message which I'm trying to hear, which have a highest positive energy, where the Jesus Christ, where the Krishna had a, which the Prophet Muhammad had the, which many other great people were on this level, which is the God divine level. Okay, and this awareness, if anyone has, then no one will have in pain and suffering, because you will aware about the pure consciousness in some degree. Obviously, no one can know 100% enlightenment or process of consciousness, because we know this thing as a human, which my mind is saying. But pure consciousness work on enlightenment work is beyond mind. And of course, if I'm living on this planet, on this earth, I will be living one mind, I will be living with my body and emotion. But uh, remember, we are living with soul as well. I'm at the moment, I'm Marathi, I'm a soul. I'm speaking with you, and I'm speaking with your soul as well. So that's why, because of soul is our main component of my being, that's why we call it human being. And human being mm, will also have a blessing to know this thing in some good degree, level of good degree. Okay, that's why a human being is the best being at the moment, which we know, because that take us to our highest level of consciousness, and also get rid of these bloody and uh, lowest level of consciousness, which we all are living the life, so that we can get rid of these things, or not get rid of, but we have a minimum negative effect of this thing: hate, despair, regret, anxiety, craving, hate, scorning, so these all we have to overcome through enlightenment. And that is the biggest message which I can share with you. So let's learn a little bit. Let's read what in a textual context, uh, that how what happens in enlightenment. In enlightenment, you have to leave your religion, Hindu, uh, or you have to leave your religion as a Muslim or Islam, or you have to leave your religion as a Christian. No, 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 no. Whatever you are following, your society or yourself has chosen, or you remain with them, but you need to increase the spectrum of the consciousness, and that will give you the peace and ultimate truth. Okay, let's let's learn. Let's try to uh, read what actually enlightenment mean. Okay, so here is some of the paragraph I collected for you, which made me fascinate as well, and help me to learn about, uh, read about, because uh, reading opens the windows in the mind about particular subject. No matter we listen someone's speech, that's a different thing, but reading has a very, very positive impact when we read something from valuable book. So this thing I found from this book, uh, um, I don't know, yeah, The Map of the Consciousness, written by Dr. David Hawken. So let's start to read and try to understand what happens in enlightenment and what are the whereabouts in enlightenment. So we all will read one or few paragraphs about this, and then we will try to wrap up this topic. I hope that is fascinating or interesting for my online audience. Jenny, Javeria, Arka. Hi, Arka. Hi, Javeria. So uh, let's try to read. So I would request my colleague, my friend Jenny, if she start to read this, and let's go her.
Energy levels 700 to 1,000, Enlightenment. This is the level of the great ones of history who originated the spiritual patterns that multitudes have followed throughout the ages. All are associated with divinity, with which they are often identified. This is the level of powerful inspiration. These beings set in place attractor energy fields that influence all humankind down through the ages. At this level, there is no longer the experience of an individual personal self as separate from others. Rather, there is an identification of self with consciousness and divinity. The unmanifest is experienced as self beyond mind. This transcendence of the ego also serves by example to teach others how it can eventually be accomplished. This is the peak of the evolution of consciousness in the human realm.
Excellent. Amazing, amazing reading. Thank you so much, Jenny. So there are a lot of things we just read. I will highlight one particular thing, and that is when we are at the stage, at the level of on enlightenment, uh, our self goes and meet the highest level of conscious and divinity, and that divinity mean your highest supreme being, which you think. But always remember, the God which I think, the God which Arka thinks, that is a God. The God which Javeria think, the God which Jenny think, all are one thing only. But we have labeled it differently with Allah, with Jesus, with Krishna, okay? And in enlightenment, you meet and you come across, you dissolve yourself into that divinity, okay? And that is the highest action or step anybody can take. That's why, because as a human being, we, even if in this world, we cannot do this because as a human being, we have too many weaknesses. That's why many people of different spiritual tradition, they try to do this. They have designed different practices, which we call it spiritual practices. And in every religion, these spiritual practices are there, and they do this uh, through their, like in Hindu there are ashram, in Buddhism there are monastery, and in Christianity there are very famous monasteries. In Islam there are khanqa, or the places where imams are living or around. So these are the places where people, they tend to do some rituals, their practices, where they try to connect with the God, and that towards the highest point of which we call enlightenment. So we try as a human being, but of course, very, very few people are successful being as a human living, and they still connect with God. Very few people. And if we come across these people, we surrender ourselves to them, right? That's why millions of procession and gatherings we witness everywhere in the world, whether it's a Hindu festival or Hindu gathering, whether it's a Christian gathering, whether it's a Muslim gathering. They, because enlightenment is integrated in our genes of the soul. We cannot live or without it. And when we see that someone is enlightened, we go and just surrender ourselves to them. And that's why there are millions and billionaires followers of Jesus Christ. That's why there are million and billionaires follower of Krishna and Vishnu. That's why there are many millionaires and billionaires followers of Prophet Muhammad, because of the reason, because of the miracle and revolutions their teachings brought to the humanity. That's why because of the enlightenment, they were. Let's go further, and I would ask Javeria, uh, can you read it for me, please, and for us?
Yeah, hi. And great teachings uplift the message and raise the level of awareness of all humanity. To have such vision is called grace, and the gift it brings is infinite peace, described as ineffable, ineffable beyond words. At the level of realization, the sense of one's existence uh, transcend, transcends all time and all individuality. There is no longer any identification with the physical body of me, and therefore it fate is no of it fate is of no concern. The body is seen as merely a tool of consciousness through the interversion, interver, inter, man, intervention of mind is prime value that of communication. The self merge being the self merge back into the self. Uh, this is the level of non-duality, duality, or complete oneness. There is no localization of consciousness. Awareness is everywhere equal, present.
Excellent. Thank you. It's a great reading, Javeri. I appreciate it. So, there are a lot of things we can explain, but I will go for, because of the time restriction, because we're living in very controlled and clock hours we follow. That's why I will just highlight one thing, that on this level of enlightenment, okay, we do not feel that we are a body, okay. Body is no longer is my identity, whether I'm a beautiful girl, or whether I'm a handsome man, or whether I'm a slim or the lightest weight, or I'm a actress or actor or celebrity, because of my beauty, because of my body, or my no longer, no, not at all, because these all things only belongs to this world. Okay, when I connect to the reality, when I did connect myself with the enlightenment level, with the highest conscious level, there is no words, no language there, there is no body, there is no mind there, there is no emotion, no pain and suffering there. And there, that is the place where myself merges back into the true self, because there is non-duality. And if you are a spiritual seeker, or you are highest at the intellectual level, you know that what I'm talking about, non-duality and the duality. Does anybody know what mean by non-duality and duality? Anybody know what is non-duality means? Okay, non-duality, I will tell you a very brief explanation. That this whole world which we and you are living, which Jenny is living, Javeria is living, Arka is living, myself is living, we living in this world in form of duality. Okay, we have divided everything into opposites. Okay, and we living accordingly. Like at the moment, I'm living in London, in my place. At the moment, is outside is day, some, and then it will be night. Someone is happy, then it will be a sorrow or sad time. We have divided our entire life of this world into two things: day, night, successful, unsuccessful, male, female. Okay, happier or sadness, atheist and theist, okay, religious, irreligious, okay, action, reaction. So, and we cannot live without it. This is the teaching which my parents, my society has given me. We call it duality, dual. We're living in a dual world, okay? But on
It's 14
enlight,
hours.
but on enlightenment level, there is no duality. There is only non-duality. Like there is no two things in this world, okay? Like life, and what is the other opposite of life? Death. So this life, someone is life, living a good life, then that person will die eventually because of duality. So this world is designed as a duality. When we go and we achieve or we touch to real enlightenment, then there is no duality left. There is only non-duality. And here is a stage when we feel absolutely complete. 100% I feel completeness. Okay? 100% peace in the peace I am. Like uh, like Gautam Buddha had peace. Somebody referred that the Buddha, he never laughed. Or even nobody see his teeth as a smiling. And nobody saw him after enlightenment, uh, his tears. He used to cry. He used to in tears. Buddha, Gautam Buddha, but before enlightenment, when he was in his palace, and when suddenly he saw the people of his kingdom, because he was a prince, he was a son of a king. But when he went into the normal villages and saw the normal living people who were living in pain and suffering, and then he couldn't stop his tear, and he was literally crying for every misery he saw, he witnessed. Like if somebody's mother is dying, he start to cry on the dead body, like his mother is dying. No, why he was crying? So that helped him to have a self inquiry, to know why there is a pain and suffering, why everyone is in pain and suffering. And this pain and suffering comes in a different form, in a form of disease, in a form of illness, in a shortage of money, in a shortage of worldly things. So that pain took him to the self inquiry, and he went into the highest level of enlightenment. And when he achieved that enlightenment, then nobody saw him crying, nobody saw him in a sad. He was remain a normal person. Why? Because he was living a non-dual life. Because if he would laugh, then he would have to cry as well. Because both comes together. Once you are in highest form of consciousness, then you just remain just normal. Because so pain and suffering only comes when there you living in a dual life, in duality, okay, which is incomplete life. So that's why enlightenment is such an important thing. So here is some of the great things when the Buddha, or when um, we do yoga, and yoga is a spiritual practice as well. So when we living or we posture ourselves and doing some meditation, okay, and every spiritual religion, spiritual path, whether they are Muslim, uh, whether they are Christian, or whether they do not belong to any religion, they do these type of some activities so that they can be or touch the path of enlightenment, or they try to do. And yoga is a very great practice, a spiritual practice which help you to disconnect this world, and through your breathing exercise, through your body, you start to achieve the higher purpose. And that's why it really good. So everyone do need to do meditation. In Muslim tradition, there is a Sufi tradition or Imami tradition, which do lot of zikr. Okay, so if they do and they follow the Sufi path, Muslim can also be on enlightenment. In Christianity, you need to meet your monk, Christian monk, and Christian leaders, spiritual leader, and they will tell you how to go on enlightenment. And in Hindu, and Hindu, even Hindus are more towards enlightenment, because they are galaxy of people which have the awareness of enlightenment, and Buddhist as well. Or even if you do not belong to any religion, you still uh, follow um, any spiritual leader, or you go to the Zen master. Zen master are the best for you, okay? Because usually they do not talk about spiritual practices through religion, okay? They are the best as well. So, but you have to do this. You have to do this if you want to live happily in this world. And the last thing for today, if we can read this one. So, Arka, are you able to read this quick paragraph for us, please? I'm not sure whether Arka has uh, ability, or mic is mute, or she can read. Okay, let me read myself. It's the last thing. So this is the action, this is the act of transmission of this energy field to the consciousness of humankind. This level of divine grace calibrates up to 1000, the highest level attained by anyone who have lived in recorded history, to wit, the great avatars for whom the title we call Lord. And that could be the Lord Krishna, that could be the Lord Buddha, that could be the Lord Jesus Christ, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or lot of other people and the souls. They could be on this. Now it is up to me what level I go, I want to go, or how I need to turn this life while keeping my identities with me into the highest level of consciousness, which are joy, peace, love, reason, acceptance, willingness, neutrality, courageous. But never be in this thing. You can make an aim for today. You do not want to leave these levels: shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. These are just will give you pain and nothing else. But that will only happen when you will have awareness, when you have a spiritual strength, when you have a vision to go to the highest level. Now I'm here, I'm available for any question, answer. I will try to share. Or what are your thoughts about this? Arka, Javeria, Jenny, what do you think about? And or you have any question, any criticism, any Um, any thought?
Yeah, I have a question that where is the level of patience lies in this map of consciousness? Because
That,
there is
yeah,
nothing written in the word patience.
yeah. So you that's a great question. So you are asking that where the level of patience comes in this map. Is that correct?
Yes,
Okay. Patience comes, patience is actually state of your consciousness, uh, but it it comes after this, the same, after pride. So after pride, when you have a patience, a meaningful patience, a truly patience, then that patience takes you and make you courageous and make you neutral so that you can become a trustworthy and you start and to willing to live a great life where you start to inspire, and that patience will make you a more uh, great person to forgive other and accept the truth, and you start to read more and learn more and listen more good stuff so that you become the packet of love so that you can live the joyful life, and that joyful life will give you the peace. And when you start to feel blissful, then the next ultimate level is the enlightenment. So that is a great question. Javiria says and ask and share that when we practice and exercise patience, and that patience will give us the courage to achieve the other levels of consciousness. So patience
Great.
is very, it's a great question.
That's what I was saying. That was a great question, Javiria. The patience and discipline too. Discipline's a good one.
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, yeah, that's a great, in other meaning of patience is the self-discipline. Yeah. And self-discipline, truly self-discipline will only we have when we have some meaningful goal and higher purpose. And higher purpose you only can set when you are courageous. So the courage is the fulcrum, is a central point where you divide the two different worlds, the world with pain and suffering and the world without pain and suffering, or minimum pain and suffering, because eventually we all are human beings. Even I am on a joy and peace or love level or reasoning level, or I can still feel pain, but that intensity will be very minimum. Okay. And I will be very, very self-manageable, or anyone could. So that's a great thing. Arka has a comment. She's saying patience is one of the most essential quality needed for being successful in our life. Absolutely. Absolutely. Basically, it's a mother value, because if you do not have patience or you are impatient, then high likely your next uh, level of your life or stage of life will be have a negative result um, because of your impatience. Yeah, it's all about patience. Absolutely, very well said, Arka, Samantha. So, and it's a great question by Javeria. Anything else? Anything? This is more we will ask, more we will share, more we have a clarity. And less we will ask and know, we will talk about the subject, it will create confusion, and and stopping you to become a truly successful person. We have 5 minutes more. I don't want to close this because this is such a important subject, and out of our 24 hours, and uh, we should spend 5 minutes more on this. Let's think about more question about this.
I want to ask more question that how can we improve our patience?
Okay, that's another great question. Uh, we can exercise patience by having more spiritual knowledge, by having more to setting up more higher purpose of my life, by reading more valuable content, by listening and watching the content of spiritual or successful nature, um, by having more broader my perspective about the life. Like, for example, if you have known just through this class or before that even, that there is a level, highest level of consciousness or highest level of peace, and you know that through these stages you can do. So this vision will help you to be patient and exercise more patience to go to step by step these levels. But if someone is very impatient or does not have this vision, even if that person is at the level of courage, that person may go uh, to the bottom, low level of consciousness and will always around here. So, and there are a lot of things like there are some, I have spiritual, 12 spiritual facts. Of course, that is not the topic of today. I will do this sometime next. So once we will follow these 12 spiritual facts, we will start to exercise really, truly patience. I remember one of the verse from the Holy Quran, which talks about inna inna ma inna ma inna Allaha ma sabirin. What does it mean? That God talks about that God or Allah is always with one who are on the path of patience. So it means only people go to the enlightenment state who are practicing patience. So patience is such an important thing, which and I'm sure in Bible on many description on a many stages, the importance of patience is there as well. Um, Absolutely. We have another answer or comment from Arca Samantha. She's saying self-discipline and practicing meditation on a daily basis helps us to hold patience. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, yeah, that's why you will feel the people who are living in a low conscious level or living a very mediocre or failure life, no matter they have a big lot of money, they no matter they are running their businesses or at a higher level in their society, but because of lack of patience and because of the higher lack of awareness of these or lack of meditation or lack of the spiritual practices, they will remain uh, on a very imbalanced and impatient life. They are really, really patient. They always crave, they always in regret, regret, and they are in blaming of other. They feel self-humiliation or try to humiliate others. They have a notion of evils. They live in tragedy. They always be disappointing. So they are all people who do not exercise patience, who do not exercise patience. Why? Because they are not enough courageous. They do. In so that's a great comment from the Arca. Amazing. So we have 2 minutes more. Jenny, you have any thought?
Oh, I couldn't find the mute thing. I'm on my phone and I'm usually on the laptop, so excuse me for not being tech savvy. But yeah, enlightenment is just it's a good place to be. I think that it's when you're in trust, that you are in a place where you know that when you get up in the morning and you thank your creator and you go on your walk out into life, that as long as you tell him, I'm here to do what you want me to do today, and then just do that, then it seems to be a bit easier. Because whether you're having, whatever kind of day you're having is the day you're supposed to have. But I like the idea of yoga, just so you can remind yourself, in meditation, just where you are in life.
Is saying as well the great works of art depicting individuals who have reached a level of enlightenment characteristically show the teacher with a specific hand position called mudra or madra, wherein the palm of the hand radiates benediction. Yeah, so these are the some of the spiritual things which Hindu and Buddhist they offer to the world. Uh, and yeah, I remember I also participated some of the Sufi uh, practices in when they are practicing spirituality. They position their body in the way that it is like uh, to meeting or connecting with the God. But the only thing is we have to remove the barrier, which is the great obstacles for going to the enlightenment. These are the barrier. These are the state of emotions, and there are so many hundreds of factors which are stopping us to go up. We have a comment from Arka again. She is saying patience also teaches us about self-control and how to control desire of all our sense organs and waiting for right time and opportunities. Amazing, amazing teaching she is saying. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, so, and waiting for the right time. So it means after practicing patience, there will be a right time when actually you will eat the fruit of patience and you will find opportunity and you will avail opportunity ahead to you. Absolutely. It is the outcome of the patience. Um, so yeah, in this world, nothing is rocket science. But unfortunately, in our world, we everyone want to be enlightenment if they have a negative journey of enlightenment or higher consciousness that they want to go quickly. Oh, I need a spiritual teacher who take me in few weeks to the level of enlightenment. No, no, no. You have to live decades. You have to live 20, 30, 40, 50 years if you want to go in enlightenment. Why? Because of patience, like Javeria has pointed out. Without patience, you cannot go even any level of consciousness. Patience is the importance. Wait, like Samantha Arka is saying, wait for the right time, and that opportunity will come to go to the higher level. What
I don't know that one.
what that's the my speaker also has listened my talk. She's saying, I don't know that. That's it's a hilarious. So yeah, we many people don't know about that. That basically I have Alexa installed in my speaker, so which she listen and speak and reply randomly. I don't know about that.
That's hilarious. Even Alexa's listening to your to your class. That's pretty good. That's a great audience.
Yeah, that's a great audience, actually, and that make me sometimes scared as well. Whatever I'm talking about, even offline, I had a feeling that my Alexa is listening, my iPhone speaker, and is they are microphone, they are listening me. So, but when we talk about spirituality, actually everything has some level of soul, and probably they are listening to everyone. So uh,
Yes, they are.
yeah.
So be good.
All right, all right, guys. Thank you very much for your valuable time. I hope that could be a breakthrough, awareness, or a moment of sigh and relief, and give you the hope to meet the life challenges of your life, and give you the meaning and the vision of enlightenment, that how it is so important for my not only this life but the life hereafter, the next life, which I have to go. I have to die after one day, 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40, 50 years. So this is something which is for life after my death as well. So, uh, yeah.
Well, I have
So,
one thing to add, Mayor
yeah,
Tib,
yeah,
and I think one way to reach enlightenment is really and truly in what's valuable. And when you think about it, you know how fast the years go by? Like all of a sudden it's like, wow, that was a quick year. And like 10 years from now, you'll be 10 years older, and then, that'll go by so fast. It seems to go by so long, but it really doesn't. And when you realize that we're really not here for that long, over the whole course of time, the most important impact we can have is with the people that we love, that we care about, that we interact with, even in a store or out to dinner or just wherever you are, and how you treat people. I think the most important, most valuable thing, it's not we want a house because we need a house to live in. That's important. We've got to have, shelter. But then sometimes we get carried away and we think the big house is what we're going for. And that's okay if you are, but it's not number one, is my point. Like, run to get this material thing that's going to not last. I guess that's what I'm thinking. Lasting is our souls. That's what lives on. Like, we die, the spirit lives. But these materials, like you said, someone else is going to move into the big house. Someone else is going to drive your car. Someone's going to inherit your money. So while we're here, it's so important to invest in the people that we love in our relationships, I think. That's just an opinion.
absolutely. I agree with you. And
You
and
don't want to
also,
regret, look
yeah,
back and say, oh, wow, I wish I wouldn't have worked so much that I never touched my relationships, and then it's over, right?
yeah, yeah. That's so true. I was watching a documentary, and that documentary was highlighting the feelings of the dying people, the people who are on the deathbed, and the researcher, the questioner or investigator, he wanted to find the true feeling on that time when they know that tomorrow or after a few hours they will be die. and he was stunned. He was so surprised to know that mostly people who were dying, they were in this state, regret. And no matter they, of course, they will have a lot of achievement. Even they were regretting on their achievements. So what does it mean? What things they were imagining that, oh, I become a millionaire and that is my success. So they were regretting on becoming a millionaire. What does it mean? Becoming a millionaire, they have to invest 10, 20 years of their life in so many things, so many challenges, or maybe during that millionaire journey, they may have trapped many people. They have been dishonest many times. They were uh, doing lot of wrongdoings to become a millionaire. Just I'm imagining, I'm adding these things from my side. So because of these were all part of unconscious as well, that's why they were regretting, or even they've had achievements. So they were not uh, counting it as achievement. So they were just, and they say, oh, in what things they have spent their life. But yes, I agree. One of the thing, Jenny, what you said, or you meant to say that if you are in a love with your friend and family, that love and true love, which is a part of journey of enlightenment. Here, if you see on my screen, here the love. So because of the water of love you have still, that's why you when you are at a deathbed, this love make you feel proud, or in a peace that you are going to die peacefully because of the factor of love you shared with your family, you shared with your friends, you shared with your children, and more important, unconditionally. And that make you also peaceful death as well. Um, so yeah, so love is the thing, love is the glue which we all can practice in our relationship, and always try not to love without any benefit, with any benefit. So your love should be unconditional. If you are loving your parents, don't love your parents because they feed you, they care you. No, 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 no. You love the parents because they are parents. You love your children not because of your selfish reason, because the children give you the opportunity to survive in this planet and remove your misery. No, 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 because you need to love your children because they are children, they are tiny souls. Okay. And so try to love unconditionally with everyone. You you love your customer because they give you no, 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 no. Don't love your customer because they give you the money. You love your customer because you are serving them. So try to create or the aspect of unconditional. And I know this is very, 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 very difficult for all of us. We do not make a relationship until we have any benefit or some sort of interest, selfish interest or hidden interest or unconscious interest. But try to love with everyone. Okay, that's why praise your enemy, which you call them enemy, and love with your enemy. That will help you uh, to inculcate our unconditional love, and that unconditional love, which is also a top fourth level of consciousness, it will help you happiness in a difficult time as well. That's I, that's I believe, or Dr. David Hawkins is saying through this map of consciousness. So lovely to, yeah, Jenny, you saying something?
Oh no, I'm running in the store real quick.
Okay, okay, no problem. All right, thank you very much for joining me. And we will take the next class, which I'm just announcing this, the 12 spiritual facts. And we will discuss and learn very detail about these things. And if you have a question that how we can be on a path of enlightenment, so probably and surely these 12 spiritual facts is for your more awareness to take action for achieving or towards going to the path of enlightenment. So thank you so much, and I will see you next Sunday, the same time with a different topic. And thank you be the part of this wonderful class, which was possible only through your valuable participation. Thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you so much, Merita. Bye, Tavaria. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Oh yeah, sorry, I just read your comment, Arka. You said the unconditional love in conditional society bring peace in society, making peaceful society. What a wonderful, amazing, amazing feeling and amazing high quality thoughts. Absolutely. We all unconditional world we are living. Sorry, conditional world we are living. Look at the like at the global issue between Palestine and Israel. So both are putting the condition with each other for achieving the peace. Um, so unless they will unconditional or the minimum condition they can put, or if they have the joy of love for each other or respect of each other, then they will be definitely achieve the peace. And this applies to on an individual level as well, uh, because unconditionally, if we are loving each other beyond their religion, beyond their race, gender, um, or any social recognition, then truly we will living in a paradise. And you're very right that unconditional love takes us in a paradise where we living or everyone living in a peaceful society. And that is the biggest challenge. And that challenge only can meet when we have a maximum awareness about spiritual education, when we teach our children, when we give awareness through media, through social media, in the school, uh, that they are really important dimension. But the issue is the enlightenment teaching or the topic which we just learn or understand today, it rated as a um, radical education, unfortunately, because it talks about spirit, it talks about soul, it talks about consciousness, which is not the part of our syllabus in school. And our societies, American society, Indian society, Pakistani society, Arab society, every society rated as something philosophical or unpractical. And that's why we're living this deceptive life. Um, but at the same time, we accept it as well, because every city, every country, they have their spiritual leaders who believer or who know this truth which we're talking about of enlightenment and unconditional love and patience and self-discipline. Okay. And they have millions of followers. So that is a good sign as well. Yeah, but uh, of course, we need to live a one-way life, which is the unconditional love. So you also say the unconditional love is the highest form of consciousness. In the state of unconditional love, we become free from any desire or any universal bond of spread love and positivity all over the world. Yeah, absolutely. Again, very well said. And that is the truth you are sharing. It is the highest form of consciousness because the unconditional love is the divinity feature. And because we all have divinity, that's why we all, or some people, can unconditional love easily. Like Mother Teresa in India, Pope John in Italy. There are some saints in Western society, of pious saints. There are many yogis um, uh, in India. There are many Buddhist monks in uh, in all across the world, and especially in Nepal, China, Japan. There are many Zen masters who do unconditional. There are many Sufi Muslims who do unconditional love. So that is a good news that unconditional love is also in some level. I know it's a very small, but good news that people are becoming more aware through not only this media where we're talking with this platform, but also the spiritual gurus, number of spiritual gurus and the leaders and authors, they are raising their voices, and they have millions of following as well. They are writing uh, thousands of books on this topic. So that is very good news. Like Eckhart Tolle, he is very hopeful that the next century or next 100 years is the more peaceful years for our world planet, because more people um, are getting awareness of spirituality. And especially, he's very hopeful about women because it sounds like in this world, women are lag behind than men. But again, this is a reflection of duality. This world divided into two things. But but he is very hopeful that and believer that the next 100 years, more women will be spiritual, more female gurus are will be coming in life, um, in the world, than men. So and why he referred that because the female and goddess nature is the god nature. Because remember, the man is born through through female, so female is more superior than man. Okay, female or woman are creator of men. So how men can be superior than women? No, no, not at all. So that's why there is a higher spiritual prospect of women. And to be honestly, these women and men, these gender separation is also deception and creation of our society through thousands of years or even millions of years before, uh, and the creation of mind. But in reality, in ultimate reality, there is no man and woman, uh, because there is no gender of divinity. There is no gender of God in reality. But these gender we created for our own survival, for through thousands of years teaching or forcefully transferring of the knowledge from one uh, nation to other nation. So this is how um, we are so radicalized by this deceptive world. But the teaching of this enlightenment or awareness about spiritual education is to take the people back to their original self, where we all were one. Okay, and that is a struggle. That is a challenge we all are doing. Uh, Unconditional love teaches us to accept every people from different religion, different culture, different places or locations as they are without any judgment or opinion or any judgmental thought. Unconditional love is possible only when we love the people and soul inside of them, not their negative quality or any sin they might have or any negative thought. Wonderful. There is no gender in soul. Gender is only limited to biological level. Absolutely. 100%. 1000% I agree. And it's very, very close to my heart what you're talking about, what you think. And uh, when we even see the soul, or we try to judge the soul beyond their superficial sin or crime which we see, even if we see the criminals, if we talk about them, if we have interview with them, we will see they are very innocent from inside, and they did crime because of just deception. They did crime because of their silliness, because from inside we all have the same soul. Just this world they made them criminals. Absolutely. And when we need to have this unconditional love, uh, and therapist and interviewer with this spirit, because when they will talk and meet with criminals or people who have done some crime or sins, uh, we can mold their hearts towards through unconditional love. And that's happened that many unconditional love, when it is expressed from yogis, gurus, Sufis, saint, monks, lot of criminal background people, they become saint as well. They become yogi as well. They become God reflectors as well. They become Sufi as well. And if you know in the detail, try to go in detail of many saints, many yogi, how they come in this, how they become yogi, how they become monk, how they became Sufi, how they become a great spiritual leader. They will have a very criminal background. Because how did it happen? The first of all, it happened because of their self quest, because they, in some level of some stage of life, they have known themselves through self love, that this criminal or these sinful acts uh, they didn't do. Their soul is pure from these criminal activities. When they start to discover self, and they did, or they were on that path of self love or self identification or self awareness, I'm talking about the original one, then they changed life 360-degree. And not only they become a soulful person, then, but also they become the leaders of the nation, the leaders of the community, because they become non-judgmental beyond culture, religion, race, location, gender. I'm talking about even gender, because gender is our own creation of this language. of this, our perceptions on a biological level, like you mentioned just. Absolutely, soul does not have any gender. God does not have any gender. Wonderful. It's a pleasure to meet you and know you. Uh, you also mentioned that in the superficial level, all effects and condition of society affect, but all these cannot reach to the soul. According to Shiva Yoga, unconditional love is the must-have mandatory factor. In any spiritual leader, one of the most essential quality is unconditional love. Unconditional love is the reflection who we are. 1000 times I agree. Absolutely. The Shiva, Krishna, or many yogis, thousands of yogis, great leaders all across the world and in India, they do unconditional love. Uh, Even Sufi saints, if you go to the Sufi shrines in India, in Pakistan, or in other part of the world, you will see their regular visitors are non-Muslims. Their regular followers are non-Muslims. I'm talking about the world. If we go to a lot of great guru, uh, Indian guru, spiritual guru, their lot of followers are Christians. Their lot of followers are Muslims. Their lot of uh, um, attendees are others cultural background. So this is the great news for all of us that this is happening. This is um, achieving by our collective consciousness is uh, on the path of unconditional love. And one, this unconditional love will more spread, the peace between not only Palestine and Israel will be achieved. Peace between America and the Russia will be achieved. Peace between America and uh, China will be achieved. Peace between India and Pakistan will be achieved. Peace between Ukraine and Russia will be achieved. So that is only because of and due to the unconditional love. But still, a lot of things we need to achieve, you know. And you very well said that the unconditional love is the reflection of who we are. Very well thought. Actually, it's not the thought, it is the reality beyond thought. Even in Krishna consciousness, unity, enlightenment, and unconditional love are three major pillars. Community consciousness and collective consciousness teaches us about unity. 100%. 100%. If you see the look at in some of a tiny part of or in India, they are away from Krishna teaching, Krishna message of love, unconditional love. But even in on a government level, on a nation level in India, there is a big segregation because of or due to the religious factor, because of the ethnicity factor. So they are making legislation and making a lot of things because of their now love is conditioned. I'm not talking about the whole India. I'm talking about the some portion of Indian politics through uh, conditional lovers of some of the Hindus in India. They are doing, and that same thing is happened with Afghanistan and Pakistan. They are also uh, putting the love with condition that only Muslims are superior and they are the God lovers and they God love them. and other people are kafir, and other people are uh, other, I mean, uh, so these conditions have put the worst uh, condition to Afghanistan and people of Pakistan in a more worse condition, because this hate or conditionality is making them more narrow and more things. So I'm talking about here the, if we are beyond conscious teaching or the unconditional love teaching or the truth, if we are beyond and doing those things, then we will be totally failed person or failed nation. So absolutely, I agree with you 100%. I love Krishna teaching. I love to. Uh, I always watch a great Hindu spiritual teacher, uh, because it is very close to the reality and the truth. The positivity and positive energy spread through unconditional love is very unique and can be altered by any other forms of emotion and consciousness. In unconditional love, there is no superiority or inferiority. All are same in the plane. Absolutely, 100%. If Krishna would be alive today, or I could contact him, or I can see, I would say he will give the hand to all nations equally. Krishna is not the god of only Hindu, or Vishnu is not the god of Hindu. Like I said, and the same thing, Allah or the God is not the God of Muslims or Jews or Christians. Uh, Basically, we all are referring to the same divinity, which have an unconditional love, which has a positive energy, okay, which has the highest level of power. Yes, Krishna is a symbol of positivity and power. Um, I remember, I know um, that how um Krishna fought against enemy, against hate in different narration in Hindu scripture. Um, so that's the beauty of Hindu spiritual path. Amazing. Many people, many gurus, or lot of people, lot of big portion of that cultural background, they are on the path of enlightenment because they're unconditional love, because of the consciousness, teaching, and awareness. Absolutely. So thank you, Arka, for sharing these things. Uh, what do you do, Arka? Um, I'm myself. I'm in UK, in London. I'm living with my family. I have uh, spiritual, educational spirit to pursue the truth. I'm an entrepreneur. Uh, I have a multi skills for doing different things as well. So, uh, how do you know about this class? In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna teaches about 18 yogas total, including bhakti practice, and through different marga, it is possible to reach God. Amazing, amazing. So that if you have any like pages or PDF or slide about Bhagavad Gita's 18 yogas, you can send me the email. My email address is this. I can share with you here. If you have any valuable these things, I would love to learn and I will share with other people as well. Will you do this, please? Okay, so thank you so much for joining, and once
It's
again,
15 hours.
I appreciate your valuable time. Thank you, and thank you very much. And we'll see you next Sunday. If you got the time, I will wait for you. Thank you for your all valuable teachings you shared just with me, and I'm really inspired by the things you shared with me. Thank you. I will wait for your email, Arka. Thank you. Bye, and lots of love. Thank you. Bye.